The civic space in Uganda is continuing to shrink because those who used to speak up are now fearing to be taken in the basement. Even a person like Odongoto, very vocal, very smart, very articulate, came out to say that he fears to be taken in the basement for fear of being fed on slow-killing poison. Odongoto said these statements.
You know why I don't want to go to the basement? Who feeds me? And what will you feed me with? Supposing you put cyanide in my food or Sivako. Isn't it a slow poison? A young man like this guy of Kawempe is called the one who died. Segirinya. To die at that age. So it is scary, and to that extent, issues of human rights, I will stand with anyone. And in my lifetime, I will not even accept General Museveni or General Muhoozi to be treated the way Mwanga Kivumbi is being treated. I will not support that. Human rights is human rights. If someone is violating President Museveni's rights, we must condemn. If someone is violating Besige's right, we must condemn. If someone violating the rights of Maria Matembe, we must condemn. If someone is violating the rights of Mwanga Kivumbi, we must condemn. But the way we are going now these days, they want you only to condemn one way. You should only condemn. Say, why did Mwanga Kivumbi abuse them? I would not abuse anyone personally. But even the Bible is 2,000 years old, clear, that take prisoners to prison and people should be allowed to visit them. If you want to kill me, you are the one who appoints the judges. Take me to police, give me a judge, sentence me to death, and go and hang me. But to take me where I don't know, maybe I'm lying down with pythons and snakes, to be treated the way areas Lukwago is being treated, I think these are standards that Ugandans should not allow to drop. These are standards. The bar has been raised so high by President Museveni himself, and we should not allow it to drop below the standards set by him.
That is Odonga Oto. First of all, we are in the reign of terror that used to happen in France during King Louis, where everyone who comes out to oppose or has a divergent view from the powers that be faces cruelty. Ever since the state, that's General Kaguta Museveni, started to wanting to manage transition from himself to his son, we are going to see more bad things happening. We are continuing to see increased arbitrary arrests, increased abductions because of politics. A country that is going to fail in time is when they settle political issues with the military. Politics is supposed to be settled by politics. If I have a divergent come out to speak up, why should you come and abduct me? There are very many rumors that these people are fed on poison. Rumors. A person like Seginya, it is true, he died because of political persecution. By the time they released him on bail, it was too late. He had to fight for his life outside and he died. It is the truth. They had to enter into negotiation by the government. And for me, I put this to our judicial system. Our judicial system has failed so much to an extent that it's now a criminal justice system. It is an appendage of the state trying to persecute the people, not prosecuting. Political cases take too long, years, without the judges giving out a ruling. Can you imagine a case spends almost 7 years in the High Court, playing politics around it? So, purpose of this video, I've come to talk about how fighters are losing hope, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the elementaries we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagai. There's a lot of content of this nature. If your politics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. One, all authoritarians and dictatorship use prison as a tactic to threaten those who come out to oppose them. It's the reason why at least every opposition leader is tested jail or a cell. Not because sometimes they do something wrong, but because they want to threaten the people. And somehow the dictatorship has been successful on this. Very many people who used to speak a lot are now quiet. You clearly see that the state in your position is fear. They are all threatened. They don't want to speak out. That last time the leader of opposition, Joel Sonyonyi, also gave out an alarm that Muhoozi is planning to add him on the file of Mwanga Chivumbi of terrorism. So by having that fear, he may not execute his duties as he's supposed to do. But I think the opposition should understand that despite the fear, because fear is human, you must continue speaking out. Freedom is not given. Freedom is agitated for. To show that the civic space is thinking, yesterday, the Secretary General of NUP, David Lusrwanga, came out and said, on Saturday 13th, NUP supporters were traveling from Kampala to Ruero for burial because they were putting on NUP party colors and had a flag with them. They were intercepted, arrested, and detained at Kayempe Police. Today, they have been arraigned before court at Kanyanya and charged with being a nuisance and handling the national flag in a careless and degrading way. They have not been allowed to even make a bail application but have been remanded till 28th. The regime always manufacturing cases to ensure constant presence of political prisoners. The 13 comrades are Mwonge, Martin Wire, Hakim, Seremba, Paul, Kawanda, Ezra, Sally, Fred, Simon, Geserwa, Kasula, Godfrey, Nakitende, Vivian, Waswa, Muhammad, Naeva, Grace, Mosisi, Shafiq, Rubega, Shakur, and Suna Simon. So the Secretary General is coming out to say that people are arrested for putting on party colors and holding a flag while going to the burial, and they charge them for nonsensical in public. Can you imagine? And here are the pictures. Those are the pictures. One, I want to speak about this. When is this stupidity going to end? For opposition to be arrested and a charge is preferred against them that being a nuisance in public. We've seen NRM supporters going for burying their party colors with a flag. They have never arrested any NRM supporter. Be it DP, it's only a particular political party that is persecuted. A political issue is being settled by the military. Secondly, this goes to the judiciary. Our judiciary is falling so low. How can you tell me that that charge is preferred against us and someone, and you remand them up to 28th? It's a misdemeanor. Some cases that are attached to the politics, if I'm a presiding judge, I have to give people bail. The moment you start giving political prisoners bail, even those that one arresting them will reduce on the tenacity. But whenever every political issue comes on the court, they have to. It's like a law, or it's like a must. Someone has to be remanded to Ruzira prison. Remember, Ruzira prison is also overcrowded. So you want to tell me that almost 10 people, okay, are remanded to Ruzira prison for moving in a taxi wearing party colors? We've stooped low as a nation, and by the time we want to rebuild, it will be too late. Of course, SNPMA Armenians truly, Mr. Makindi, Kabi Suleiman Magal. If you're into this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I'm motivated to do more such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.